Racism will not fare. The statement, racism will not fare, is a pleonasm. The statement uses the word fare, whose meaning is already fully incorporated into the word racism. Fair meaning just, light in color, moderately good, of pleasing appearance, especially because of a pure or fresh quality, comely. In physics, light is electromagnetic radiation that is visible, perceivable by the normal human eye as colors between red and violet, having frequencies between 400 terahertz and 790 terahertz, and wavelengths between 750 nanometers and 380 nanometers, also called visible light. Light is also the sensation of perceiving light, brightness. Light in color, as previously mentioned, is one meaning of the word fair. So we can say or refine the statement, racism will not fare, to racism will not be light in color. In other words, racism to no degree deliberately chooses, by way of the mental faculty, to perceive what light reflects or emits by differing qualities of the light, by which the individual is made aware of objects, made aware of something intelligible to or perceivable by the mind. So when racists, those who believe that race accounts for differences in human character or ability, and that a particular race is superior to others, when they say, I don't see color, it is an admission, disclosure, or confession that to no degree are they made aware of something intelligible or perceptible to the mind. Their mental faculty, in other words, isn't resourced in making that statement. One example that comes to mind of reading between the lines, as done here with this statement, is when Jesus is written to have said to the Samaritan woman, when she said she had no husband, you are right when you say you have no husband. How did Jesus conclude that she had husbands, 5 to be exact, and at that moment had a husband that was not her husband, whereby she perceives divine expression through him, concluding that he is a prophet, but also openly admits, confesses, and discloses her disconnect to the divine source by which his expression came, when she says that she knows the Messiah, the Christ, is coming, rather than her being a witness to that in that moment in his speech. Hence his response to her, I, the one speaking to you, I am he denoting father, father denoting parent. The parent previously stated that those who would have a high respect of would in spirit and in truth have that high respect, having a direct ancestor, forerunner, as clear as the line of descent, connection she understood between Jews and Jerusalem, separating herself as a Samaritan. Racists do the same if you have eyes to see and ears to hear what is said in spirit and in truth. Even as the Samaritan woman had no husband, no steward, whereby her speech would have been governed in spirit and in truth, so also the racists. And their speech bears witness as it pertains to their relationship with our divine source. Instead of thinking, I don't see color as a flex, as if they are exhibiting or showing off the strength of their race, our observation by way of our connection to the source of life shows us their state as being weak or feeble. How to no degree does racism deliberately choose to be made aware of something well articulated to the mind. Therefore, to expect that would be evidence of the understanding not yet made clear to our mind, guiding us to consider the likelihood of races with the high respect for truth. Because that's just not the spirit that they are working with, to be identified as a racist to begin with. They will not fare. And should they fare, then we would conclude that they aren't a racist. Their speech and choices would speak clearly to that. However, if they don't deliberately choose otherwise to any degree because they refuse the mental faculty that allows for that, then where does the expectation derive? And is it worthy of our high respect? As if it contributes to keeping us in remembrance of truth to abide in that. It doesn't. And since it doesn't, we aren't losing anything important by paying attention. Attentiveness to what we don't want breeds contempt for what we do because we don't get what we want. I'm capturing my journey. Feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you get the picture.